So, if you know me or Propagation House, you know we work tirelessly. Over the last 5 years, we've built cutting edge spaces, architecture, and 3D designs across platforms. And after hundreds of weekly live streams, experimental workflows, and projects, I took a step back to finish my first book, The Bridge Fundamentals of 3D Spatial Design. After that book was released, I more or less disappeared for months. And this break was crucial, not just for avoiding burnout as an artist and a creative, but for reevaluating my why on a larger scale. I still love technology and design, but amidst all the noise, I needed to pause and really process. This break clarified my distaste for 2D social media and reignited my love for digital tools and an ever-expanding 3D internet. It allowed me to see the true potential of virtuality and the cultural shifts happening around us as a result, while I took time to step back as a user who might be new to all of this. New headsets, the XR boom, generative media, and AI are quickly entering the mainstream. Despite this, misconceptions about VR and virtuality itself persist. As a brand, our core focus remains on virtual architecture, production, and design. But there's a massive gap happening here. OGs and daily users are in the loop, but what about those without headsets or gaming PCs? Virtuality in 3D isn't a passing fad, it's truly a new era of computing. For old folks and the uninitiated, it's not an awareness gap, but a gap in understanding. There are plenty of tools and software available to showcase what VR can do, but we're not seeing enough documentation to prove it. VR chat has become a household name, but it shouldn't be the end of the discussion for social 3D. VR chat's reputation has been marred by its extremes, but like the internet's early days, focusing only on the negatives misses the point. Social VR, XR, and 3D shouldn't be evangelized or demonized. It should be understood and used responsibly. Balance is key. Digital tools should save time and enhance life, not siphon it away. Time online should be impactful, focused, and intentional. This has become my why. Virtuality can be an amazing tool, but people need to understand what's already happening here. We need honest discussions about the good, the bad, the great, and the very, very ugly. We need a mature view of what's happening online in ways that genuinely benefit us as users, especially new users, alongside honest warnings and documentation of potential dangers and abuse. We need to move past the novelty phase in 3D and recognize this as a genuine evolution in human communications. Virtuality, when used well, can be a transformative tool for self-empowerment and actualization. Digital literacy and awareness can fundamentally change our lives. We are entering the largest technological boom in history, with many moving parts all coming together at once. This is a regime change. It's a shift to a higher dimension of computing, creativity, collaboration, and economy. It doesn't matter if you ignore what's happening, it's still happening. Newspapers laughed at the radio laughed at TV laughed at the internet, and now many of us laugh at the metaverse in 3D while missing what's really happening. This is beyond clicks, likes, and comments. We're entering a time when our 2D understanding of the internet is transforming into a multidimensional space with true depth, nuance, landmarks, and diverse cultures. This isn't about any single platform. It's about recognizing the culmination of advancements hitting the consumer market with an entire generation of true digital natives ready to catch the ball and run with it. Here, emotional and mental proximity will overrule physical constraints. Security, social, and work will all take on new dimensions of meaning. This is why I came back. We need proof, examples, and to plant seeds for a strong, dynamic culture online. Propagation House aims to expand beyond architecture and evolve into a culture house and think tank. We're here now to connect the dots and bring the right people together. I came back to 2D because I don't expect this to happen overnight. We can't sit in the future and wait for folks to catch up. We need to open the gate. I see a coming age where landmarks are multidimensional. Sculptures and buildings anchored to their local geography, but deeply integrated globally and digitally. I see a time where people carry entire worlds and communities in their pocket. A culture that prefers time spent consciously together versus time spent anonymously behind a screen of text and indirect communications. I genuinely believe that if not us first, the generation below us will hit a point of rejection to what social media is as it is today. I don't think we give the youth enough credit either. They are leagues ahead of us in thinking and technical ability because this world is natural for them. They were born into it. They see through LLMs, they see the algorithms, they know about engagement farms and paid accounts, and they can sniff out when they're being sold to versus when they're being offered something of value. They see just how fake all of this has become. I think we are in the darkest period of social media, and this generation knows it. They're actively looking for and creating something better. Again, this is not or, but and. This is only the expansion, but it's the shift in communications that will fundamentally change our discussion around what digital interactions, communities, and economies are. And that's the discussion we want to hone in on. Times are changing. Old brands are dying. New ones are rising. Digital culture and technology are transforming by the hour. Generative media and code are obliterating the status quo. 3D and virtuality are becoming normalized, if not preferred by those with access, and the barrier to entry keeps waning. It's a whole new world, and we want you to be a part of it. As we move forward, expect a lot from us. We want to spotlight the culture we want to build. Artist features, interviews, landmark location walkthroughs, music releases and events, and more. If it involves virtuality or digital culture, we'll be there. To stay updated, join our community, visit phsds.xyz.